Hello people and welcome to the People Building video podcast. I'm sharing with you an article today called Tips to Reduce Anxiety and Stress. You can find this on the People Building website in written format on the articles section. A great deal of anxiety that human beings experience is illogical, and even for the patient who realizes that fact consciously, it isn't enough to cause them to stop. So enough is enough. Essentially, the shift in mindset that needs to occur within the patient is one that causes them to decide and truly believe that the anxiety no longer has permission to influence or predict how they will choose to experience their life, and because they want to get on with living their life and being happy. Counterconditioning. Now, this can be used to reduce the intensity of a conditioned response, such as anxiety, by including an incompatible response, such as feeling calm, to the conditioned stimulus. So, for example, a snake might be something that causes anxiety. So if we link up the feeling of being calm with something that previously used to cause anxiety, then that incompatible response will evoke a different reaction, but it needs to be a very strong positive reaction in order to counterbalance the unwanted preconditioned response. Systematic desensitization. Now, symptoms can also become inhibited when the stimuli to the anxiety, for example the snake, are presented in a graded order and systematically paired with the calming response. So the first step is to establish what the calming response will be. Then construct an anxiety hierarchy by considering how to approach the problem one step at a time. Many people who suffer with anxiety are guilty of predicting the future in a negative way and catastrophizing an event that may not even occur. For example, someone with a fear of travelling on motorways may refuse to leave their home when invited to a party without even finding out where they would need to travel to. They refuse and miss the opportunity because they've leapt into the future and witness a horrible accident on the motorway, when in fact, if they'd spent the time looking at a map instead of predicting the future, they may have come to realise that there's a shorter way to reach the party that doesn't involve the motorway at all. In this example, the steps required may include: create a list of the positive reasons for going, check the location of the party on a map, look at the streets you would travel on Google Earth. This feels so much more achievable, and at this stage, the patient hasn't even had to leave the house. This also provides some essential mental preparation, and by actively working towards the desired result, it reduces the feeling that the patient is not meeting other people's expectations of them. If a step seems too large to comprehend, then the patient should take the role of breaking it down into smaller chunks. Each step should feel that it's somewhat challenging, but also manageable. Cognitive dissonance. When a patient reaches a stage where they know that their old ways of thinking isn't right, but they do not completely believe in their ability to execute an alternative, this is called cognitive dissonance. It comes with a discomfort as the patient's mind is attempting to support two conflicting beliefs at the same time. As uncomfortable as it may feel, it is important not to give justification to the old unwanted feelings of anxiety, as cognitive dissonance is a sign that things are changing. Balanced thinking. A way to manage expectation and results for the future is to create an alternative balanced belief. For example, if someone had suffered with anxiety and a social anxiety as a result of the belief, "I'm not lovable," on the flip side, the thinking could be, "everyone loves me." However, this is not balanced in the context of ecology and would lead to disappointment in the long term. Balanced beliefs could include, "I'd very much like to find someone to love me, but I can also enjoy feeling connected to people that I care about, even if I do not have a meaningful relationship." Or, "If I'm not completely lovable by absolutely everyone, I can still enjoy my life and enjoy being with people." Or, "I'm a good person, and I know that some people will reject me, whilst others I will be a very important person in their life for them." When a balanced belief has been chosen, the patient should think to the future and consider what their success would look and feel like once they've achieved it. This will enable them to generate the next steps they will need to take in order to reach their goals and offers the opportunity to practice new healthy actions. Zigzagging. If stifling unwanted thoughts occur, the zigzag technique can help the client regain control. It is the process of playing devil's advocate within one's own mind. And if you listen to someone's thoughts as they zigzag, it might sound something like this. The dentist is going to hurt me. The drill is going to slip. And then on the flip side, the dentist is a highly skilled professional who does this every day. The drill is incredibly safe. I feel sick, I shouldn't go to the dentist today. You've taken the day off, especially to go to the dentist. Focus on your breathing and you'll soon be feeling better. An important element of zigzag thinking is that the defense response is as, if not more, powerful in its tonality as the attack response. Positive data log. Get the patient to record every small success that helps to verify their new belief, the positive implications it has had, and how they feel as a result. Ask them to note the positive effects their successes have had on others around them. And finally, setbacks. If the patient appears to have increased worry, is reverting back to unhelpful strategies, or had an increase in physical symptoms, bring it back to their attention so that they can become aware of their own early warning signs. Revisit the skills that have been helpful in reducing stress and anxiety previously, and make sure they have the opportunity to talk openly and honestly about the setbacks. This doesn't necessarily mean therapy, but often problems appear bigger than they really are. Talking them through can help define perspective and help them realize that they are not and never were alone.